Hi, okay, so now I'm gonna be doing my laboratory exercises number 5 for my data communications and networking 2 or Cisco 2, which I'm on chapter 6 for static routing. And the title of this is what we call activity or laboratory exercises or exercise is static route log. So if you would go into notice, I have like to configure this what we call this topology. So there are three what we call router, then each of the router connected to each PC. So I'm gonna go with the router first. So I'm gonna select the 1841 router 1. So I'm gonna name it like R2. Still configuring now or boarding. So I'm gonna name it R2 router 2. Then we have router 1 and the router number 3. So then each of the routers should have like a PC below in it. So I'm gonna use this generic one here. That's we could name it like I'm gonna name it like PC1. Okay. Oh, come on, what happened? So I'm gonna name it PC1. And then I'm gonna name it first here PC2. Then this one should be the PC1. Then gonna get one PC here, and it's gonna be the PC3. So then we should have to do a connections from router 1, that the fast internet, to PC 1, and the router 2 fast internet to PC 2, then number 3 fast internet to fast internet. Then let's try to connect this one. Okay, so then it's connected now. Then the console, so each router should be connected. So that's gonna be the topology. Then the objective of this, I'm gonna read this to you. So I will be going to configure static routes between all three routers. This will allow routers to route packets so that all routers and all hosts will be able to reach each other. So done with the setup. So step 1, we just have to go onto the router 1. We just have to do configuration for so if you're going to look at its router, then it's router 1 config. What we have to do here, if you're going to base on the what I learned from the activity 4, what needs to be done is we have to enable it become router, then underscore, then we just have to router, let me see, router configure terminal. So it's gonna be router config, then 1 config, then we just have to do the host name. So what should be the host name for this router 1? Okay, host name. If you're going to put like a host name, what will gonna happen? Router 1. Let's see. Router configuration. Sorry, so host name R So the first one is a wrong spelling, so I did it again. Look, it became like this: router 1 config, then the other score. So we just have to type in this IP route. We just have to copy what's this. So just pretending that I'm gonna be doing this one in my router 1, same thing with the router 2 and then the router 3, but I'm gonna doing it right now for the number 1 just to show to you guys how the process going in. First is, let's type in IP route 172.16.3.0 space 255.255.0 space 172.16.2.1. Let's do the enter. So that's gonna happening. Then now it's allowing me to enter again the IP route 192.168.2.0 space 255.255.255.0 space 192.168.1. Let's see. Oh, valid marker. I think we should have to put like, let's try this one. Let's see if I'm able to copy, paste. Let's put a period. Let's see what's wrong. Copy, paste. Let's put this marker. Okay. So same thing with the router 2, router 3, and now we just have to try to validate. So pretending I'm still doing it on the same router 1, router 2, router 3. It's going to be the same process. How I come up with router 1, close open config number sign. So it's going to be the same thing. So let's do the let's verify this one. So show running config. I'm just following what is written here. Let's see what will gonna happen. Routes that you entered. Show running config. Nothing's happened. Let's try to show IP route. Nothing's happened still, so let's try show IP route. Show IP route. Router 1 config. Now gateway of last resort is not set. Okay, so I'm done with the router 1. Now we have to go on to the router 2. I'm gonna do the same thing as what I did. Type in yes. Yes. Let's try the Cisco. Let's try to exit. So that's what happened. IP address. Okay, so that's what happened. Like I'm clicking the second the middle router, then putting those like a password, put like a terminal password, and I come up with this interface summary. So let's go into the next router. Router enable. Router. Let's switch again. We'll get back here. Configure terminal. This name router 3. Sorry, this name should not have a space, so we should be vigilant in inputting a spaces so that we could make sure that it's correct. Now it's number 3. Then what's in the number 3 here? Let me get back to let's try to configure the router number 3. What will gonna happen? So no IP route 172 0.16, 0.1, 0.0, 255, 0.255, 0.255, 0.0, 172.16.10, 255, 255.0, 192, 0.161, 0.1.2. Let's see what we're gonna happen. So no matching route to delete. So let's try running config and no changes, so no changes, no changes. Okay, so yeah, so that's gonna be I mean what I did in configuring for the laboratory exercises number 5, wherein I'm doing the what do we call this, the static route log. I managed to like what we call follow this instruction. It's really my bad not able to do it completely, but yeah, that's all with my laboratory exercises number 5. Hope that it will be good. Thank you so much.